Hello everyone, this is Professor Mick with GIT 175. What we're doing today is Module 8, working with advanced functions on page EX523. Uh, the, um, the workbook we're going to be using is employees. So let's get right at it. 1 and 2 are just the documentation. You all know how to do that. So I'm going to get right into the item number 3. In the employee data worksheet, rename the Excel table as employee table. And that's the table we have right here. This whole area is the Excel table. And we want to rename what it's called. So let's go to table design. And you see right here, table name is table 1. We're going to change that to employee, table, TBL. Enter. And you're done. That's number 3. So let's go to number 4. In the work anniversary column, enter an if function. And what they want us to do is if we need to look at the formulas here at the table. You can read it and I'll show you what's going on here. Based on the hire date, the function, the way that goes is it's the date. The way the dates are 7/10/2014, month, date, year. And that's the way we've got it set all the way through here. What they want us to do is based on the hiring date, we're going into the data table, and the current table is 4. So that's the anniversary for this month, and that makes sense. We're in April right now. So let's go back to here, employee, and I've already got the formula. As you can see, my fingers are fat-fingered, and I can make a lot of mistakes. So I've already made a copy of what we're doing. Equal if month E2, and that would be E2 is our first one, the hiring date. If it's 4, based on our table here, it will be yes. And there's our reference, S. That's a absolute reference that we want there because we're doing it, we're saving that for each of the data table in the back. So it's a match. If it's yes, we have yes. If it's not, we've got a blank. And this is the way you do a blank. It's the apostrophe with an apostrophe, so you get a blank. You could have put no in there. You could have put anything you want. By using a blank, that's what we're going to have. So you enter that, and a quick way to look at it, we do have one that says yes, and sure enough, the first month that we have in April is line 13. We can go back down. 25 should be yes, and it is. I always check to see what my formula is to make sure I didn't make a mistake, or if I need to make sure that, because when you only have 100, it's pretty easy to take a look. When you've got thousands of data, you want to do a quick look because when you have that much data, it could be something that you want to look at and not mess up your formulas. So the next one is in the eligible for bonus column, enter a formula with if and or functions to display the text no if the employee's pay grade is D or the employee's job status is a part-time. Leave this cell blank if the employee is eligible. So in column M, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at an eligible for bonus. And again, I've already got a formula made out, so we can just get right to it. Got copy here. I've got it in a Word document. There we go there. Enter, paste. And I'll explain this to you. So if or D2. So in this case, D2 is our pay grade. Based on pay grade, if it equals D, you're not eligible for a bonus. So in this case, we've got D is no, and we see that. 7D, no. Well, wait, that one's got A, but we also have it as a part-time. So that was your other part of it. D2 is D, or your J column is PT. If it's no, and if it's blank, if it's a yes, it's a blank after that. And that way you don't have to, you actually, by doing this, you can automatically see what's available, and you don't have to go through each one and say yes or no. It's automatically done there, easier for you to see. So that's it with that one. In the comp days column, enter a formula with a nested ifs to display the number of comp days. So what we're going to do next, this is a fairly difficult, it looks like a very difficult formula. I'll show you how we're going to break it in there real quick. Based on the data tables here, let's go back to data tables because we're going on that. Here's your comp days. So if it's less than 1, you're going to get a 0. And you don't even have to put it that way. I'll show you how we actually put that. If it's greater than 1, you got 1. If it's greater than 5, you got 2. And if it's greater than 3, you've got 5. I'm going to show you to start by going 10, 5, 1, and then to less than 1, what we're going to have on our formula for that one. So let's go back. All right, put it in there. And this is the formula. If at years of service greater than 10, we're going to use our data table spreadsheet or a table, and we're using B11. So based on B11 in the data tables, it was greater than 10. The second part of it is if it's greater than 2. We're going to use tables B10. The third part is if years of service is greater than 1, we're going to use the tables, and it's going to be D9. Again, all using the absolute reference on that. And then the last one, which is less than 1, or less than 1 years, your data table can have it just by D8, your reference on that. So let's see how that looks by what we put in here. Enter. So these people, the first is 1, 1, 1. Those are less than less than 5, between 1, greater than 1, less than 5. This one was greater than 10. And your comp, so they might not have a no bonus based on either full-time or part-time, or if they were on your grade of D, in which case this person was, their pay grade was D. So all this is your logic to get to this point for how many comp days are you going to have. And you check a few of them and it all makes sense. So there you have your comp days. 7 in the bonus column, enter an if function with a nested VLOOKUP. So we're going to do a VLOOKUP function now to calculate the bonus for each employee based on whether the employee is eligible for a bonus. So we're going to be looking on based on, are you eligible for a bonus, and what is the bonus going to be? And this will be actually fairly easy. Let me copy that out here. Bonus. Let's put that there. Paste. So if you're eligible for bonus equals nothing, VLOOKUP, based on your pay grade, here. And those are the things we're here for. So you got pay grade, eligible for bonus. This is if you're eligible for bonus, M. So those are the columns that we're looking at. We're looking at M for eligible for bonus and year pay grade, which was D back here. There it is. D is your pay grade. We're going to go to the bonus table in our data tables and determine what are we going to use. If you got A, B, C, or D, you're going to get those types of bonus if you are eligible for a bonus. So let's go back in here, employee data, and there it is. So 3, 3, 3, nobody's getting any for that. 8. Anybody have an 8 bonus? Doesn't look like we have anybody who's got that. So you got 0, 3, or 600, and you're done with that. In the work in the years of service column, if error. So again, I do a lot of fat fingering. I try to figure out, okay, if I make a mistake, how do I fix it? So let's take a look at work anniversary. We can go in this way. Let's edit that, and we'll just put in paste, enter. Well, nothing happened. It wants us to go here into hire date and change. Now remember, your first number is your months. It could be anywhere from 1 through 12. We're going to end 17. By accidentally, we had 17. There's no 17 months. You enter it, and look what happens. It automatically checks what's going on. And there you go. Another thing that we're going to look at now is we're going to look at duplication. If enter the duplicate values condition formatting. How do you do that? Well, we'll go into this column. It wants us to go ahead and do a condition there. You go right to home. In your conditional formatting, you go in here, highlight cells rule, and we're looking for duplicate values right there. And it wants us to have it as blue. And unfortunately, we need to customize that. So it wants 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the light blue, and that's the one we're going to use. And we look down, and it's all okay. And unfortunately, I already changed it. So this actually was 3289, I believe. Sorry, I should have covered that out. But you see that shows you as a duplicate on those two numbers right there. Good way to check. Again, if you're like me and you make mistakes, this is a good way to do it. In 11, in the employee analysis work, we're going to do a count if function of cells B3 and B4. Okay, let's go right back over here. Employee analysis. This is your total employees. I already had a formula for that one. And what we're going to do, since copy, for right here, paste. Equal count if employee table. Employee table, we actually put that in at line number 3. We are doing employee data. We actually already put that employee job status A3. And we can do the same thing for down here because it's changing for 4, and that's the 11 part-timers we have. And we go in and we change our salary. Let me copy that one. Again, paste. There we go for that one. We bring that down. And those are the total